One of the two main reasons I'm alive is that God keeps me alive through His warnings and my preparedness. And they cannot do anything to you when you're prepared. But the idea of the retreats are they're all in locales that can be defended, and they're almost impregnable. And believe it or not, the more people there, the better it is. Okay? Get off this retreat now. I don't know who wrote this, J. Howe, but I love whoever it was. Larry Flint, was he a true convert by Ruth Carter Stapleton?
Well, correct.
Don't you like that question? I love it. Yes, he was a true convert by Ruth Carter Stapleton.
Yes, he was.
He sure was. But then Ruth is probably the most powerful witch that I ever met. I used to study under her. Yeah!
Turn it on next Sunday now.
Okay. What is the involvement of the Illuminati? They've got a CRR, and then they write it out, Council for Foreign Relations, CFR, and the Trilateral Commission, and the Rockefellers. Whoever wrote this wasn't here last night, right? Right, okay. I was going to say. That's what we talked about last night. The CFR is the name of the Illuminati in the United States. David Rockefeller is the second most powerful man in the Illuminati. He runs the Council for Foreign Relations. And the Trilateral Commission is the United States version of the European Common Market. And most people don't realize that America is a member of the European Common Market through the Trilateral Council. And that the Trilateral Commission, or not Council, Commission, is the brain center of the CFR. And our born-again Christian president is a member of it. You'll just have to let me read some of these in a minute. Oh, yeah. The John Birch Society has exposed the Council of Foreign Relations, the Trilateral Commission, the Illuminati, and many parts of the world conspiracy. Why do you have it listed as a hate group? Gary Allen, author of the books you mentioned, is associated with the John Birch Society. And that's not saying much for the Birch Society, since Gary Allen has said across the country that the problem with America is the fundamental church. I'm going to say this again. Took some time on this last night. I think that a group that gives half-truths is worse than a group that is totally ignorant. It is a hate group because it is anti-Semitic. Its platform and the American Nazi platform and the Klan's platform are almost identical. And I have them listed together as part of the Illuminati, not by guesswork, but because I used to have to hand checks to the leaders of the Birch Society. The Birch Society is just like the Masons and many other groups. The point is that people vote in them and that work with them and so on know nothing of their leaders above it. That's why we say over and over, have nothing to do with a group that you don't know 100% about. And when a group tells me they're good and they have secrecy, I say, why if you're good? You only need secrecy if you're bad. That's why I have men that know everything that I do 24 hours a day, and they know everything about my ministry since I've been saved. But when accusations come up, these people will go and do the defending for me. I will say this. They say parts, but then they add. They mention these, but they make the head of the Illuminati the Rockefellers, and the Rockefellers are not the head of the Illuminati. Second, they make it a Zionist conspiracy. It is not I'm not a Jew. Nothing wrong with being a Jew, but I'm not. And not one member on the Grand Druid Council is a Jew, and not one member on the Council of 33 is a Jew, and only about 8 people on the Council of 500, the Bilderbergers, are Jews. They say, well, the Rothschilds are Jews. So what? They may have been Jews a long time ago, but they are not Jews now. They believe